and welcome to Cosmic Chats Part 2 with Dave Carter.
Hello.
Hello. Those of you who don't know who he is a very well-established voiceover artist. He is a writer, a comedian. We are very lucky to have him. And we are going to do some more fast fire questions. If you missed the first part, please go back and check it out. Like and subscribe if you can. And if you want to be part of our community, subscribe and then pop a comment and we'll subscribe to you. All right, Dave, I have a question for you.
Yes.
When you dream that you're flying, how do you fly?
That's a great question. I am a flap to fly half the time, and like in the idea of swimming. So it's like the idea of a big flap to get off the ground. And then sometimes, depending on how well I'm feeling or how good I'm feeling, I can fly like Superman, where it's all kind of just the body energy will let me take off. But those are the only two ways I really fly. Sometimes I can't fly very well, and I know that's me not being completely sure of my ability. So I have to concentrate when I'm dreaming about that.
Do you have any recurring dreams?
I did more so than now, but I have recurring locations seemingly than the dream itself. But a lot of it is like college level based, and the idea of being in these long quad type areas or dormitory areas, like in the military too, where they just go on forever. You can go through them to another point, to different places. I had a reoccurring dream as a child until I was about 28, 29 years old. My dad had passed, and it was the idea of being at our home in Memphis, Tennessee. And there would be a knock at the door, and it would be my dad who's not speaking. And me asking him, before I wouldn't let him in the house, I would ask him like a half dozen questions, like, where you been? What have you been doing? What's been happening? What's going on with you? Where have you been? We missed you, blah, blah, blah. Don't leave again. And then it would be my uncle taking his mask off. And it'd be my uncle versus my dad. I'm like, okay. But I got to 28, 29, right around the age, like my dad passed, he was like 31, like right until about when he passed, I had that dream. And then once I got older than him, I had a different dream with him. He was like this really young guy. And I ran into him on the street. I'm like, hey, where you been? He's like, oh, what's going on with you, young blood? I couldn't understand exactly what he was saying. I'm like, I'm the adult in the situation. And I'm like, well, you need to wait. He's like, he went into the building, like, wait for me right here. I'll be right back. And I waited outside this building. And then eventually I got to the point, I'm like, I don't need to wait for this dude to come back. I'm okay. So the realization I was an adult, that I didn't need his guidance at a certain point, and I was fine.
Yeah, you made that mental correction and then the dream was gone.
Yep.
Ooh. Yeah, so we've got in the meditation world, we call it that's a correction of the intellect, where you waken up to another level of consciousness, and then it diminishes, like you said, that fear or that need that's being fulfilled by that dream. Fascinating. Do you ever see repeating numbers?
I was thinking about that. I think I do. I like pattern. I catch patterns more than the repeating numbers systems itself. I'll see patterns in things and how things are moving, or like how they'll progress more so than the numbers themselves. I don't follow the numbers as hard.
What kind of patterns do you see regularly?
Sometimes it's the idea of combinations of phrasing, or the idea of room patterns, like moving through a room to a bathroom to a roof to a room to a bathroom to a room. Like I would see things like that, or just patterns in conversation would be kind of similar a lot, things like that.
Do you get a lot of deja vu?
I do. I have it pretty regularly from time, like pretty regularly I feel like I'm in a deja vu state. Not today though, not right now. I haven't felt that this has happened before. No, sometimes I'll be in situations where I'm like, you know what? This is pretty close to what the deja vu was. Because I try to remember dreams at a certain level. I try to remember situational stuff where it's like, all this is pretty much the same, except for I think the timing on this part is different. So I catch those kind of patterns versus numbers themselves.
Do you have a favorite phrase you like to say? And it doesn't have to be in English, and you don't have to be associating with the meaning of it. You just enjoy saying it, the vibration of it.
I think when I was younger, I definitely did. At this point, I don't know if I do. At 51, I'm less inclined to those, allowing myself the freedom of those kind of cliches to get myself through. The one thing I do like to write down, like when I'm texting, if I have to put something in there to keep it going, is keep on trucking, or keep on keeping on. I like to say keep on keeping on. That's my favorite, I guess.
Keep on keeping on. I like it too. Do you have a food that your body doesn't like and you wish you did?
I don't. I pretty much eat any and everything. I'm not crazy about everything, but I eat any and everything. So yeah.
What are your weakness foods that you really overindulge in?
Oh, wait, I just caught something. I don't like pies. I don't like cooked fruit. That's the only thing I don't like. I just remember I don't like cooked. Not that I can't eat it. I just don't like cooked fruit because the texture. I'm not crazy about. Not quite a banana, if you don't mind me saying. Go ahead. Sorry. What foods are over?
What pies do you do then? Like chocolate pies?
Not really. I'll do like at most lemon meringue or a key lime, but anything else like apple or peach, any fruit that's supposed to be solid feeling that's not. Ugh. Apple, peach, rhubarb. My wife likes it. I tasted it.
We used to grow rhubarb in our backyard, so that's why it brings up. What pies are there apart from meat pies? Meat pies?
I can eat those.
Nicknames. What nicknames were you called?
When I was in service, I think I gave myself one once on accident. I had just gotten to this island off the Azores, off the coast of Portugal, and everyone was introducing. It was a long list of people introducing themselves, and I ended up, they're like, this is Art, and this is Ken, this is Katie, this is so on, like, and they get around to me like, and I'm Cubby. Like I was like at the Mickey Mouse Club, like it was like little Cubby would always be at the end of like, and I'm Cubby, and so I became Dave Cubby Carter for at least 5 years of my life. That was known on radio and TV in this country that I was living in because of that nickname sticking. And as I traveled the world and still saw some of those people, there's Cubby. So yeah.
It's adorable. Cubby is cuddly.
Sure, but it was just like, it was the Mickey Mouse Club. It was like when they would go down and list Antoinette, Antoinette, blah, blah, blah. I'm so-and-so, and I'm Cubby. So it was just me being like a little asshole and sorry. But yeah, a bit of a snooty snoot. And then I was like, and I'm Cubby. So I don't know. Sorry about that.
Do you have any nicknames that you've given people that you thought, yeah, that's pretty good?
I give a lot of nicknames. I'm that guy. I'm that dude. Like I would be, like the niece. I went from one niece before I got married to 28 nieces and nephews. I think it's like 29, 20, or 30 now. My wife is 8 of 10 children. So I would give them all, not all of them, but certain ones whose personalities I'm like, oh, that's Dance Machine over there. Okay. And she was Dance Machine until she probably got through junior high. And then, then she started going by her, and it was, little nicknames that are like taking their initials. Yeah, I'm a big nickname giver, especially as people fall into groups that I'm around. And like, I want them to feel a part of things, and I want them to feel that they've been identified. At least maybe they grow into it or out of it. So yeah. You
are the nickname king, huh? Oh, Uncle Nickname.
There was a window. I was actually the master of facilitation. I had a group called Nation of Improv, and we all had titles. And we had the master of propaganda. We had the pundit of confusion, which is my favorite name I've ever probably given. The pundit of confusion.
You say pundit.
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 Yes.
Okay.
The pundit of confusion was a person, and I was the master of facilitation. I was the one who got things done. So.
Kind of like master of ceremonies.
Addressing, yes, a given event, yes.
At a given event, yes. All right, where have you not visited in the world that you'd like to go to?
The UK is one. I would love to go there and enjoy my Beatles and Doctor Who love, and Cardiff and around the other places as well. Australia are 2 places I haven't been. I haven't been to the Philippines. Otherwise, I've been a lot of the places I've wanted to go in my life. I've been throughout Europe. I've traveled the US touring. So I don't know, like South America somewhere. I don't know. I would like to go to Brazil. Yeah, I want to go to Brazil. Because I was learning Portuguese living in Portugal. It was a very different kind. So I was like, I want that tudo bem. Tchau. Tchau. Like, I can't even make the sound. I was like, tudo tchau. Yeah, I want to do some of that. That tudo tchau. Yeah.
Well, with that, I think we will toodaloo for having lovely Dave Cubby Carter with us on the show. Those of you who want to know more about the nonprofit, you can go to awaremeditation.com. Check out the ebook here, Vedic Meditation Stories. If you have Kindle Unlimited right now, it's free. Anything you open it up, first reading, as many pages you slip through will go towards the nonprofit to help bring meditation to those in need. And if you would like to help join us with our endeavor, we absolutely want to have as many people come on board. Check out the links, check out the stuff we do. We've got free stuff going on. We have live streams that you can go click onto where we've got yoga, Reiki, Pilates, workshops. Those are all available on our live streams that are uploaded at any time. Just go in the description, watch them, have a free class. Why not? And maybe give a little donation. So with that, fabulous Dave, we are going to say toodle pip as well, and join us on the next Cosmic Chat. Bye.